We got to talk about the biggest developments from the weekend, and it was an insane weekend, not just in college football, but also college football recruiting. It got crazy heading into the weekend. Remember on Thursday, one of the most historic quarterback commitment days that I can remember. We had Julian Lewis committing live on the Pat McAfee show around noon. We all knew that was going to go down, but then Bryce Underwood shocks the recruiting world, shocks the college football world by flipping his commitment from LSU to Michigan on Thursday night. So let's talk about now the biggest developments that happened over the weekend. That was just the week. Let's get into the weekend. All right, starting at the top. Michigan commitment, Bryce Underwood attends a home game. That's right. Michigan commit Bryce Underwood. This is the first Bryce Underwood home game as a Michigan commitment. He hit up the tailgates. I mean, it was crazy to see him decked out in the maize and blue. Here he is at the Hailgate. I believe that's what it's called, one of the biggest Michigan tailgates. And, you know, he looks great. He's having a great time. I'm sure there's a ton of pressure on that young man, but he can handle it. He's a great talent. Last home game of the year, he attends the Michigan home game as a commitment. What a wild turn of events it has been for the Wolverines. You know, Bryce Underwood's on campus. All of a sudden, Javian Hilson showing up. There's word about Ty Haywood being involved, Jakeem Stewart. We're going to be talking Michigan recruiting up until signing day, all the way through signing day. But, man, what a weekend it was if you're a Michigan fan to see the sight of Bryce Underwood walk into the stadium as a commitment. Long time coming for that Belleville High School standout. All right, let's talk about number one offensive tackle David Sanders making this surprise visit to Ohio State. On threes, Pete Nakos broke the news on Saturday morning. I was shocked, so what do? Of course, I run over to VolQuest message boards. I want to see what the great Austin Price has to say, and, you know, thinking that Austin's going to be on there saying nothing to worry about, Tennessee fans. Josh Heupel knew all about this one. It's just, he's just going for a great game. Nope, that's not what Austin Price had to say. He basically said, yeah, there should be some level of concern here. And to me, it seems like this is game on for this David Sanders recruitment. I know that when he committed to Tennessee, he picked the Vols over Ohio State, over Nebraska, over Georgia. But now it seems like Ohio State's right in it. Here's what Steve Wiltfong had to say about Sanders on last night's Recruit Reaction show. It's about 90 seconds. Watch.
David Sanders Jr. pops up inside the shoe. Longtime Tennessee commit. Since committing to the Vols in August, he's been Mr. Vol. He has only visited Tennessee, only talked to Tennessee, but the early signing period is less than 2 weeks away. It starts on December 4th. And we're dotting I's, we're crossing T's, we're having final conversations and talking to several people with knowledge of the recruitment. This visit started to get legs on Wednesday. He is on campus at Ohio State this weekend. He could stay into Monday. So there's going to be a lot of dialogue and a lot of opportunity for Ohio State to make a move on Tennessee. And talking to a source early this morning, they thought that this was even starting to trend Ohio State's way. We'll see how the conversation goes with the Sanders family, Ohio State, but he's having a great time. He's around the Ohio State recruits, got around the coaches. You saw him there with offensive line coach Justin Fry, who he trusts. Look, there were times where I thought Ohio State led for David Sanders. It was obvious that they finished in the top two for him to be back on campus in Columbus. And this is going to be a developing visit. And so we'll be talking about it all weekend into Monday.
So there you see, I mean, Steve, what Tennessee fans, what do you think? Ohio State fans, what do you think? Steve says he's leaving on Monday. I mean, that's essentially an official visit. I know he's already used his official visit, but being on campus for multiple days, I believe he's with some family. I don't know if all of his family's there, but somebody is. And he's going to be leaving on Monday. You guys let me know what you think. Comment section below. All right, Naim Alford back at Auburn. Again, no, he's not paying rent. No, he doesn't have season tickets, but Naim Alford has spent a lot of time out on the plains. The five-star corner is committed to Ohio State, but he's looking around. Oregon, Ohio State, Auburn, I think those are the teams. Yes, those are the teams that he's going to decide from. He told Jeffrey Lee of Auburn Live this morning. There's a major development in the Naim Alford recruitment. I mean, I think Ohio State fans saw this coming, but Naim Alford has officially said that he will make a quote-unquote final decision between Oregon, Ohio State, and Auburn on National Signing Day. Speaking of huge wins, we got to talk Prize Picks. I love Prize Picks. So let's get into it. This week, we are a big winner. I took Travis Hunter on the more than. I took Dylan Raiola on the more than his passing yards, and bang, we hit this week. So I want to hear from you guys. How was your weekend? Let me know. What are your locks? Give me some NFL picks, whatever they are. Let me know what your locks of the week are. You guys know Prize Picks. It's where you select 2 or more players. You pick more or less on their projected stat line and place your entry. It's real quick. You can do it in about 60 seconds. It's the most exciting way to play daily fantasy. And, with the quick withdrawals, the easy gameplay, selection of players and stat types, it makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to prizepicks.com/inside scoop. We're going to use promo code Inside Scoop. And when you play $5, you're guaranteed $50 in your account. That's right. If you play a lineup for $5, win or lose, after that is over, you're going to have $50 in your account. All you got to do is go to prizepicks.com/inside scoop to receive $50 once you play 5. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. All right. Another major development is with another 5-star offensive tackle, Michael Fusi. Committed to Oklahoma. He was at Texas this weekend. Now he enjoyed the Texas-Kentucky game. The Longhorns, they ran the football. But I got a question. Is this Michael Fusi visit the same or different than David Sanders? And I tend to believe it's a little bit different. While maybe it feels like Ohio State has a ton of momentum with David Sanders, I'm a little skeptical about Texas. I mean, Michael Fusi missed a great home game at OU, the team that he's committed to, as they beat Alabama on Saturday. But he was at Texas, and this has kind of been known for a couple weeks now that he's going to visit Texas and Texas A&M the last 2 weeks of the season. Now, I don't know what that means for Oklahoma, but I kind of feel like this one's been out in the open a little bit more than the David Sanders to Ohio State visit. So we'll see what happens with Fusi. I want to talk with Justin Wells of Inside Texas, kind of get some more details. But you guys, you let me know. What were the biggest developments of the weekend? Did I miss them? Did I hit them all? Let me know. Comment section below.